What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's WWE news video, this is going to be very intriguing, because in this video I'm going to be talking about the new details on NXT moving to Tuesdays. Wonder what that's about. Plus the next NXT TAKEOVer has been revealed for WrestleMania weekend, and more details on the WWE Network's move to Peacock. There's more details has been revealed, and this will be interesting. So shout outs to Andy Murray for this for this first article. Excuse me. Off of what culture? NXT moving to Tuesdays. Dave Meltzer has confirmed that NXT's planned switch from Wednesday nights to Tuesdays is, as expected, a consequence of the National Hockey League's expected move to USA Network. Speaking on today's episode of Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer stated that the NXT switch was all down to the NHL. Wednesday is traditionally a big NHL night and is when NXT typically airs against AEW Dynamite. So with ice hockey moving to USA Network, the Wednesday Night Wars could soon be over. The NHL switch comes following NBC Universal, USA's parent company, made the decision to close its NBC Sports network. It always looked unlikely that the group would consider leaving hockey, the more valuable product, off Wednesdays in favor of wrestling. NXT is expected to debut on Tuesday night on April 13th, 2 days after WrestleMania 37. Meltzer and co-host Brian Alvarez noted that while WWE is yet to make an official announcement, the deal is all but done. There's currently no word on when exactly WWE may drop the NXT confirmation, though it should be soon. There are currently just 5 weeks of programming left between now and the 13th. Okay, so this boggles my mind, because when you think about it, when you think about NXT, you have to think about Wednesday nights. I remember, firstly, NXT, when NXT first started, it was a reality show. Let's not forget that. It was a reality show, and the season 1 winner was NXT commentator Wade Barrett. Yes, Wade Barrett was the first winner of NXT by getting more votes than Daniel Bryan. Excuse me. He was given a... if you guys don't know, when you win that season's NXT, you're guaranteed a title shot. Supposedly that's how it worked. With season 1, it was that way. Season 2 was not. From what I remember, it was not like that from season 2 moving forward. However, with season 3, there was a Divas edition, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I think Naomi won that one, if I remember right. And then after a while, because NXT was a part of the channel network Sci-Fi, in replacement with ECW, basically. And then if I remember correctly, there was something called NXT Redemption, which that was a part in which it was, I guess, the prelude to what we see now, basically. So NXT Redemption was a part of WWE.com, and then when it became, a weekly show, for the up and coming, the next generation of superstar, like we see now, it was actually on Hulu for a while. Then it ended up progressing into the WWE Network. Now it's a part of USA Network. This really doesn't surprise me because usually when it comes to sports leagues, you know, baseball, football, hockey, whatnot, hockey usually comes right after the NFL. It usually comes right after the Super Bowl, and I believe this year, from the rumors I heard, given the pandemic, I believe they're supposed to have no more than only 16 teams, I believe. Usually there's like 32, maybe 40 teams. This time I believe they're going to reduce it down to 16 just to ensure the safety of the players if I remember right. Of course too with those rumors, I could be wrong. I really don't keep up with sports unless if it's, you know, WWE related, but yeah, so again, I mean, as they said, the Wednesday Night Wars could soon be over. But even if that were the case, I think this would be perfect for NXT because the ratings. I mean, don't get me wrong. Between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, the ratings have actually gone up for SmackDown more so than Raw and NXT, because obviously for SmackDown, we all know the reason. It's because of the fact that Roman Reigns is there week in and week out, cutting these bomb-ass promos, you know, promoting, promoting, no pun intended, you know, the upcoming events, what's going to happen next, you know. That right there is the type of champion that Roman Reigns is. I know that some people might not like it, but hey, it is. Hey, that is Roman Reigns for you. But honestly, given the fact that they said it's gonna be debuting on Tuesday nights, 2 days after WrestleMania. Honestly, I think this is perfect because this way the ratings for NXT will go up extensively. That maybe once the NHL season is over and then NXT goes back to Wednesdays, maybe the ratings will go up even higher, so they can actually beat AEW in the Wednesday Night Wars. Is that possible? You never know. But this actually ties into the details on the next NXT TakeOver, and it's kind of interesting because it's going to be a part of WrestleMania week. And this is and I find this kind of funny because last year we didn't get NXT TakeOver. We were supposed to have had NXT TakeOver Tampa last year, but given the fact that we were under a pandemic, even now we still are, we didn't get TakeOver Tampa. In fact, if I remember correctly, because I had the card written down on here in my book, just to name off some of the matches that we were supposed to have gotten, it was supposed to have been Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, Tegan Nox, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae, and Dakota Kai in a ladder match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's title. And then, of course, Ciampa versus Gargano, the NXT Tag Titles, the Fish and O'Reilly against Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher. If you guys remember, Pete Dunne was had to stay in the UK because of the pandemic, so Timothy Thatcher debuted at what was supposed to have been TakeOver Tampa. But last year's WrestleMania card, pretty stacked. I think we had all the titles defended. We had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 7 championships defended, or actually 8 titles if you count the NXT Women's title. So we had a pretty stacked card, but that was just bad. That was like I think last year's WrestleMania was pretty bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, with even with the Last Man Standing match and the Boneyard match and whatnot, and the WWE title match, last year's WrestleMania was a wreck. It was an absolute wreck. So it begs the question: Is this year's takeover, WrestleMania week's takeover, going to be a car wreck? Only one we will find out. So shout outs to, I believe, yes, Andrew Pollard from What Culture for this article. With many wrestling fans pondering what presence the NXT brand will have in and around WrestleMania 37, it looks as if Mania Week will feature an NXT TakeOver special. As picked up on by Heel by Nature, an NXT TakeOver event is advertised for Thursday, April 8th, if you look to cancel your WWE Network subscription. So apparently it says, so they posted it saying, if you try to cancel your WWE Network subscription, a page pops up with upcoming events, including NXT TakeOver on April 8th. So it says, before you, so he posted a photo, so they posted a photo saying, before you go, if you cancel your subscription, your WWE Network access will end on March 19th. Which would be, and this is just from that person's point, side. So you would miss Fastlane, TakeOver, and of course WrestleMania. Which is kind of interesting. WWE has yet to formally announce this takeover, although it now seems fair to assume that we will indeed be getting to see the Black and Gold brand getting its own special during WrestleMania season. Previously, WWE officials are believed to have held talks over including an NXT match or two on the actual WrestleMania 37 card, although it remains to be seen whether that will ultimately be the case. Just because NXT gets its own WrestleMania TakeOver show, though, that shouldn't automatically rule out any NXT talent from competing at the Showcase of the Immortals. There's no news on what WWE has in mind for the Friday between NXT TakeOver and WrestleMania 37, but logic suggests that the 2021 Hall of Fame could well end up taking place on Friday, April 9th. This is interesting because last year we did not get the Hall of Fame, and it's interesting because we were supposed to have had, I think it was JBL, the NWO, Batista, Jushin Thunder Liger, and several others get inducted into the Hall of Fame last year, but that never came to pass. And even the Bellas, I almost forgot the Bella Twins as well. This year, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But this, truth be told, this actually ties into the next article that I'm going to be talking about, which I'll get to here in a second. But given the fact that NXT, NXT TakeOver has been a staple, especially for the big four pay-per-views, Royal Rumble weekend, WrestleMania weekend, SummerSlam weekend, Survivor Series weekend. It's kind of crazy, and it's interesting to know how many takeovers we had gotten since last year. So I'm actually gonna go. Let's take a look. So since January 2020, we have had NXT UK TakeOver Blackpool 2, Worlds Collide, TakeOver Portland. Let's see what else. We were supposed to have had TakeOver Tampa, but that never came to pass. TakeOver in Your House. Let's see. NXT TakeOver 30. NXT TakeOver 31. War Games, and also Vengeance Day. So we've had a total of 8 takeovers for NXT since last year. And usually we would get about 4, maybe 5 takeovers per year, but last year NXT dominated. It's been a hell of a year for NXT, but I mean, if this is to be the case, one could imagine what will the future hold for SmackDown. Going into WrestleMania. So only time will tell. Only time will tell. But with that being said, this ties into into more details on Peacock's, purchase, if you will, of the WWE Network. And, and big shout-outs to Sanchez Taylor from Wrestle Talk. Peacock have recently released a FAQ, frequently asked questions section, answering many questions that fans have had about the WWE Network move. The streaming service confirmed that that WWE fans in the U.S. here in the U.S. can keep up with all their favorite WWE Network shows for just $4.99 a month, which is a $5 savings compared to the WWE Network, which is $9.99 a month. Peacock also revealed that they only gain exclusivity over WWE content in April, so U.S. fans can use either the WWE Network or Peacock between March 18th and March 31st. Here's the full section. So obviously the first question is, when will WWE Network be available on Peacock? So they noted WWE Network will be available on Peacock starting March 18th, and Peacock becomes the exclusive streaming home of WWE Network in April. With an upgrade to Peacock Premium, you can stream upcoming live pay-per-view events, including Fastlane on March 21st and WrestleMania on April 10th and 11th. Also streaming on the WWE Network. What WWE programming will I be able to watch on Peacock? With an upgrade to Peacock Premium for just $4.99 a month, you'll get every live pay-per-view event, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, plus every WWE, WCW, and ECW pay-per-view in history. Thousands of hours of on-demand programming, including original series, groundbreaking documentaries, and your favorite shows from the WWE archives. Every episode of Raw, Smack, and SmackDown with current full episode replays 30 days after air. Yeah, 30 days. Yeah. Every episode of NXT, including full episode replays available the next day, plus everything else Peacock has to offer, tons of hit movies and shows like The Office and Yellowstone, exclusive originals, live sports, and streaming channels. When will I need to pay to watch live pay-per-view events on Peacock? It's $4.99 a month. I don't know why I don't even know why the fuck people asked that question. But they answered it saying, every live WWE pay-per-view event is included with your $4.99 a month subscription to Peacock Premium. There is no additional cost to watch WWE pay-per-view events. Find more about Peacock Premium. In addition to WWE Network, what else is available on Peacock? Again, I don't even know why people are asking stupid questions like that. I swear. Peacock brings you WWE Network plus a whole lot more. Here's what else you get with Peacock. Instant access to hundreds of movies and major Hollywood studios, such as Universal, DreamWorks Animation, and Focus Features. Thousands of hours of iconic TV shows, including full seasons of buzzworthy faves, binge-worthy classics, and current season NBC hits. Peacock channels, playing with your favorite movies and shows and clips 24/7. Scroll less and stream more with NBC Sports on Peacock. Saturday Night Live, Vault, Fallon Tonight, Jimmy Fallon Tonight, The Today Show, or Today All Day, and True Crime. Sports coverage including the Tokyo Olympics and live sports talk. Kids movies and shows including brand new seasons of Where's Waldo and Curious George? Wow. Really? Curious George is still around even today? I must be that old. Hit Spanish language TV shows and news from Telemundo. So for all of our Spanish, fans out there, there you go, Telemundo. Because I know that one of my friends who is actually Mexican, he and his family do watch a lot of Telemundo, so shout outs to him. So there you go, Peacock, perfect for you guys. And I know that was kind of racist for me to say, so I do apologize. I know it was racist for me to say that. Forgive me, I am sorry. So here's one that boggled my mind. If I'm already a WWE Network subscriber, what should I do? Starting in April, Peacock will be the exclusive streaming home of WWE Network. Until then, you can keep watching directly on WWE Network as long as you have an active subscription. You can also create a Peacock account to stream WWE Network on Peacock beginning March 18th. Note, WrestleMania on April 10th and 11th will only be available to stream on Peacock. What if I already have a Peacock account? If you already have a Peacock account, you can sign in and start watching WWE programming starting March 18th. Upgrade to Peacock Premium for an all-access pass to Peacock and WWE Network, including live pay-per-view events like WrestleMania and SummerSlam, plus original series and archives. If you've never set your Peacock password or don't remember it, yeah. So let's take a look at just some of the devices that they can use to watch Peacock. So as far as the devices you can use, Chrome 75, Firefox 68, MS Edge 80, Safari 12. So it's like Windows, Mac, mobile and tablet devices, Android 6.0 or above, iOS 12 or above. Streaming devices would be Android TV, Apple TV, Roku, which is from Roku 2 all the way to the newest one, which I believe is Roku TV and Smart Soundbar, which is the Model 5000X. Chromecast, LG Smart TV, PlayStation 4 and 5, Vizio TV, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. Cable providers and set-top boxes will be Cox, Contour Box with voice remote, and Contour Stream Player, and also on Xfinity. I don't really know when it'll be available to the Amazon Fire Stick, but I'm curious because my laptop is an HP and it's a because that my laptop is an HP, I'm wondering if it's possible to watch Peacock from my laptop. I'm kind of curious about that. But what else to say? The WWE Network moves to Peacock on March 18th, with Fastlane being the first live show on the platform. Okay, so obviously, even though it'll be moving to Peacock, when it comes to Fastlane, we can still watch Fastlane on the WWE Network. But once it moves to Peacock before WrestleMania week, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there permanently. I don't know I don't know if this will be like a permanent thing for I honestly don't know. I don't know. It's quite the interesting move to say the very least. But Peacock, if you guys are watching this, please give Peacock to the Amazon Fire Stick, please, because I have a Fire Stick and I don't even know if it'll work on my HP laptop. I honestly don't know. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Question of the day: what are you guys' thoughts on? I know I may have asked this question before, but what are your guys' thoughts on the WWE Network moving to Peacock? Let me know in the comments below. And that is going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button if you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE news videos, which gets posted on Thursdays. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description. Fan mail, if you guys want to send me fan mail, want me to open it up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.